What's up, y'all? You're watching Union Minded, and I'm your host, Eric. Today, we're going to talk about how a community comes together to support workers who are on strike. And we have a great example thanks to the UAW workers that are on strike in Ohio. This is day 17. And thanks to the community that's coming out to show support for them. Now, we as trade unionists and as union members also need to come together in support of striking workers, because when one group goes on strike, they are not just striking for themselves. And this is something that we learn. We're going to learn today, and we're going to cover it today. But let's dive into the article. I have a little bit of sound for you also. This comes from WTOL 11. It's out of Toledo, Ohio. And I'm going to jump right into the article. Link will be in the description box. Don't forget to hit the like button, all that other stuff. All right, here we go. Community shows support for striking UAW workers, day 17. Hundreds of strikers, family, and members of the public make a human chain around the Toledo Assembly Complex Sunday. Toledo, Ohio. Sunday marks the 17th day of the UAW strike, and after Union President Shawn Fain visited the picket line Saturday, spirits remain high. There was more excitement at the Toledo Assembly Complex as hundreds of strikers, their family, friends, and members of the public stood side by side in solidarity, outlining the plan. They interviewed a local UAW striker, and he said, "We have locals from Sterling Heights, from Ford. We have some from New York, and a gentleman in a Ram truck driving around that came from Orlando, Florida in 2 days to get here." This guy's name was Dave Waingro, a local UAW striker. The man that he's describing that came in the Ram truck in 2 days from Orlando, Florida, well, that man was Jerry Mazak. He's part of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. That's right, y'all. He's in the Brotherhood. He's in the Brotherhood, and he took it upon himself to show solidarity with striking workers in the most inspiring way. And it's something that I think is important and to highlight. It's something that we all need to take a lesson from. But let's see what they're talking about. He was working in Toledo when the UAW strike began. Mazak is asked, he's interviewed, and he says, "The UAW is not just fighting for the UAW and the auto workers. They're fighting for everyone who works in this country, everybody who punches a time card." To show his fellow unioners support, he drove around and around the plant, honking his horn with a big inflated rat in the bed of his truck, with the sign, "No contract, no cars." When asked about the inflatable rat in the back, he said, "Well, he represents the people who try to keep all the greed for themselves. They try to keep everything. When these people are out here, they're just trying to pay their bills and trying to get through one day. One more day is all they're trying to do," said Mazak. When asked how long he planned on circling the complex to show his support, Mazak said simply, "Till I run out of gas, and I got a big tank." And I gotta say, kudos to Brother Mazak. What a show of solidarity to go out there and give them folks inspiration with the inflatable rat in the back. Yo, that is so gully. And just to show your support, because that lifts the spirits, you know what I mean? I don't know if you've ever been part of a protest, a picket, if you've ever participated in anything like that. I was fortunate when the teachers were having their wave. There was a decision to be made at the Board of Supervisors during COVID whether they were going to remain open or close. And the teachers were outside, and they wanted protections for them and their students. And so I was fortunate enough to be able to participate and show solidarity with driving my truck around and honking the horn, and it really got everybody amped up. So if you've ever been a part of a picket, or if you've ever get a chance to, That's a good way to show solidarity, but there's more important ways also that I'm going to talk to you about a little bit later. I want to give you some sound that I received in my messages, and it's from Jerry Mazak and this drive around Toledo honking the horn. You got to hear him, man, because this dude is speaking truth, and I want you to listen.
This right here is what unions do, brothers and sisters. See all these brothers and sisters out here? This is union. This right here, red shirts as far as the eye can see. This is why they do better than we do.
He was all over it because they're showing so much solidarity. They're out there together, family, community, everybody together. That's what it's about. It's about standing together. And I'll tell you what, back in the day, long ago, when strikes happened, you know, you got to understand what happens when you go on a strike is you're done getting a paycheck. You know, nobody's giving that paycheck to you any longer, and you still got mouths to feed. So what happens? A lot of times there's a lot of cutbacks and there's a lot of suffering. If your union doesn't have a good strike fund, it can be painful. And back then, prior to the days of public schools, they would have families sponsor children of striking families. And so they would ship the kids off to families in nearby towns that were supportive and empathetic towards the strikers and their cause, and those families would take care of the kids while they were on strike. It can get bad if we don't defend what we've already gained, and we haven't gained enough because we've been losing ground since the 70s. 50s really was our peak, and after that we started to lose ground in the 70s a lot. There was a shift of income, a disbursement of capital that went straight to the top from the working folks. Our productivity kept skyrocketing and our wages flatlined. Happened right around the time that unions became under attack, and I guess we have been on the losing end of this fight. But we here now, we making a comeback, baby, and this is so inspiring to see. And Brother Mazak is right. That's what it's all about, standing together. And how can we support striking folks? You can go out there and show support morally. You could bring them water. You could bring out meals, order some pizza to help out. You could donate to their strike funds. All these things help. What's most important is that you get involved. If it's near you, get involved. Show the support. Put the pressure on these oligarchs that are taking all of it for themselves, like Brother Mazak says, and not giving the workers their fair share. This isn't about being greedy. This is about business. We ain't in a friendship with these companies. We're not in a partnership with these companies. This is business. I sell my labor to you. I expect a proper return on the profits that I generate. It's nothing personal. Business. The same way they will let you go the moment you stop being profitable is how you need to look at this relationship. My name's Eric. You're watching Union Minded. Remember, the fight is not left and right. It's up and down. It's going to take solidarity to win always. Each one teach one. Get out there and reach one. And remember, there could be no union without you and I front and center. Peace.